Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another thought provoking session of Parenting Summit 2024. Today, we will explore a topic that lies at the heart of 21st century education, helping teens build critical thinking skills, encouraging curiosity and analytical skills. Joining us is an inspiring Miss Sanchita Raha, principal of Chire International School, Hyderabad. With a passion for fostering holistic development in students, Ms. Ra has dedicated her career to helping young minds unlock their potential. Today, she will share her insight into nurturing critical thinking, enabling teens to approach problem creatively, ask the right question, and make informed decisions in an increasingly complex world. Let's begin this exciting conversation and session. Welcome, ma'am, to Parenting Summit 2024.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Shaju.
Thank you.
It is an honor to be here today to discuss a subject that is extremely crucial in our ever evolving world, that is helping teens develop critical thinking skills. I'm Sanchita Raha, as Mr. Shaju has mentioned, and I'm the principal of Chirek International School. I have been an educator for the past 30 years, slightly more than 30 years. And right now, I'm the principal of Chirek International School in Hyderabad. Before this, I was in Bangladesh for a short while with the Asian University for Women. And prior to that, I was in the Heritage School. I am an IB educator at heart, and in my school, we offer the Cambridge as well as the IB curriculum. So, coming to today's topic, I would say, as educators, parents, and mentors, we often emphasize the importance of knowledge acquisition. But in today's complex and dynamic landscape, the ability to think critically, ask meaningful questions, and analyze information is what truly prepares our teens for success. And this journey starts much early, but it is very, very important during the teenage because that is a formative phase of a student's life and career. Let us explore how we can nurture these skills in our teens by fostering curiosity, removing barriers, and working collaboratively as educators and parents. Talking about critical thinking, let us briefly, take a glimpse of what we mean when we talk about critical thinking. How do we define critical thinking in teen development? Critical thinking involves analyzing information, evaluating evidence, and forming reasoned judgments. Yes, Bloom's taxonomy model uh, does give us a thorough peek into what skills these entail. And when we talk about Bloom's taxonomy model, we talk about these skills: remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Now, critical thinking skills involve all of these. There are some lower order thinking skills, there are some higher order thinking skills. So, according to Bloom, the lower order thinking skills are remembering, understanding, and applying, while the higher order thinking skills include analyzing, evaluating, and creating. And these higher order thinking skills are what we talk about when we are talking about critical thinking skills. And for teens, this skill is extremely important and crucial as they navigate a phase marked by identity formation, peer influence, and increasing exposure to diverse ideas. Critical thinking empowers students to make sound decisions, resist misinformation, evaluate the knowledge and information they acquire in their daily lives, and approach challenges with confidence. So, in a nutshell, these are some of the skills that we talk about. These are some of the attributes that we talk about when we are talking about critical thinking. And in a world overwhelmed by information, critical thinking acts as a compass, as a guide, and it guides teens towards making thoughtful and informed choices. It prepares them to navigate through an uncertain world, which we call the VUCA world: volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. It prepares students to approach academics, relationships, and life's decisions with clarity and resilience. Despite its importance, several barriers do hinder teens from fully engaging in critical thinking. And one such barrier is the fear of failure. It is important to understand that teens often hesitate to question ideas or explore alternative solutions for fear of failure. What we need to give them as educators in school and as parents at home is that secure environment where they can question freely. They do not worry whether that question is right or wrong. What is important is that they come up with questions, they express themselves about what they want to know, and that ignites curiosity in our students. Uh, there is another factor which plays a role here, and that is some of the curricula that we follow and rigid educational norms, and which at times bind students through syllabus, through fixed curricula, and paucity of time, because you got to complete the syllabus within a specific period of time. But give and take, it is very, very important that end of the day, it is these critical thinking skills that we need to develop in our students to build perspectives. And to overcome these barriers, we need to create environment that encourage open dialogue, validate diverse perspectives, make learning more inclusive, and emphasize that on the process of learning rather than the final outcome. And schools can definitely integrate active learning strategies, project-based learning, and all these and more, while parents can foster curiosity through discussions at home. I often say that a parent is a teacher at home and a teacher is a parent in school. And together they work in unison to create that environment that is ideal for the growth and development of a child's mind and body. Now, a question comes, and that is when to develop uh, building these skills. The foundation of critical thinking is laid early, but intentional development and informed development begins around middle school as they become teenagers, as they become more capable of reasoning, and more specifically abstract reasoning. This is why when students start questioning about the world around them, they also start developing their own views, own perspectives. Starting early helps students instill these habits of inquiry and evaluation that grow and develop and become stronger with time. I must say here that curiosity is a catalyst for critical thinking, and it can be said that it is a gateway to critical thinking. A curious teenager asks questions, seeks knowledge, wants to have these answers, and they remain open to new ideas, to new things that they see around them. And this exploratory mindset leads to better problem solving skills as they engage actively with the world around them. This fosters curiosity. It encourages teens to investigate, analyze, and synthesize information, building a robust framework for critical thinking. Now, one question which comes up here is the role of school. While school plays its specific role and parents play their specific role at home, the two should definitely have a strong connection. Otherwise, the poor student, the poor teenager feels confused. So, here I would say, with respect to my school, where I am teaching where I am the principal at the moment, in our school, an extraordinary characteristic is the remarkable curiosity of our students and their relentless pursuit of knowledge. This drive stems from our commitment to fostering an environment that nurtures innovation and independent exploration. We give our students agency, voice, and choice. We provide them with that initial spark of inspiration, and our students enthusiastically take it forward from there, applying their own creativity, their own perspective, and resourcefulness. This innovative spirit is not just confined to the classroom, it extends into the science and innovation labs where students collaborate on projects designed to enhance the lives of others and address global challenges and global issues, whether developing technologies to combat deforestation, tracking carbon footprints, or creating tools to aid autistic learners, or participating in MUN or TEDx. Our students are actively working towards making a positive impact on the world. Our students are true champions, not just in academics, but in their ability to translate learning into real world benefits. They demonstrate their prowess by launching community service projects that address critical issues such as clean water, health, and sanitation. Their initiatives reflect a deep seated commitment to improving the lives of others and making this world a better place to live in, and making more meaningful contributions even beyond the school setting. From developing apps to tackling environmental concerns to spearheading projects that promote mental well being, our students exemplify how learning can extend beyond the classroom to offer positive change in the community and the world at large. In our school, we encourage our students to push themselves. We try to foster critical thinking and problem solving skills through hands on active projects, through collaborative learning experiences. I would like to cite an example here. Very recently, our students collaborated with another school in Mumbai. And this I'm talking about middle school. And the students worked together to address real world problems. They tackled issues like food wastage, sustainable eating, water conservation, and reducing single use plastics. By exploring the causes and proposing practical solutions, students develop a deeper understanding of the environmental challenges. So, here we are kind of igniting that spark in them to think more, to offer their own perspective about on solving the issues that the world is faced with today. And the same thing is done in case of the Model United Nations too, where students are talking about, discussing, collaborating, sharing views on world problems. Let me also tell you, as a part of this exchange project, the virtual exchange project that I just mentioned, students also conducted awareness programs for grade 2 children They extended their learning to help the grade 2 students, and they taught them simple composting techniques and helped them to create alternatives to plastic bags, thus enhancing their leadership and teaching abilities. A highlight of this initiative was a student designed prototype with a built in sensor to prevent water wastage, blending creativity with technical innovation, which shows that starting from the basic skills, they were able to create something new. And this is the highest order of critical thinking skills according to Bloom's taxonomy. Now, these activities not only nurtured critical thinking, but also empowered students to take meaningful action, demonstrating how learning extends beyond the classroom to make a tangible impact on the world around them. We cannot extricate students from the world in which they live in. We have to refer to the context. We have to think about the connections that these students can make and bring that into the classroom for discussion to arouse and ignite their thinking skills. It is important, as I said, to link what teenagers are doing in their lives with with the classroom that they are in and engage them in meaningful projects and activities that will arouse their interest. In this connection, I would also like to mention that what some of our IBDP students have done this year and in the last year and the year before. One of the IBDP students made us immensely proud, and I'm happy to talk about him because he filed for a patent for his innovative discovery in which he designed and developed a low cost handheld electronic device for rapid detection of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, that is COPD. Then we had another IB 12 student whose outstanding efforts were showcased at an UN presentation. He initiated a project called the Sapient, and you'll find that on the internet also. And he raised money to empower the visually impaired students of Hyderabad. Going beyond conventional education, the project enhances language and public speaking skills, impacting over 300 students at the Devnar School for the Blind. Then we had three of our students very recently who got shortlisted for the grand finale event of Yesis, and they went to Tunisia, and they were among the top four schools, top four teams, which was awarded for, and their work was on virtual reality for improved education of learners with autism. So this is what critical thinking does in students. It creates wonders because it is this. Who knows? There would be another Einstein or more coming up in any school. Maybe within the confines of your home, you are actually grooming uh, an Einstein in the making. So, besides, there was, apart from this, there have been aims in our school. Students have led initiatives where they have aimed at blending modernization and digitalization to improve education for underprivileged children, to make their school learning more interesting and exciting. And they have been able, one of these projects, the students were able to impact over 600 people. And these things do not happen overnight. It has to be, the skills have to be inculcated. Students have to imbibe these specific skills in order to come up with a project that would impact, that would touch the lives of others so positively and bring about a meaningful change in the lives of others. Having said that, the next I think, question that would come to your mind is that what would be the parental support, the parents' role in developing critical thinking skills in the children? Because, as I said, it is very important to remember that the school and the teachers in school and the parents at home must work in unison, in harmony, to bring out the best in the students. Parents are instrumental in nurturing critical thinking outside the classroom at home, where they spend another 10 hours or more. Simple practices like engaging teens in meaningful conversations, giving them exposure to uh, activities where they can, you know, which gives them an opportunity to think and exercise their voice and choice can be something to start with. Parents must encourage their children to justify their opinions. For example, if your child is asking you for a mobile phone when he is in 7 or 8, uh, you could easily ask your child if he could justify why he wants that mobile phone. And in return, you give your arguments as to why you can or you cannot give him the phone. So that definitely makes the child think and find justification to ask for what he has, you know, in mind. And this is very, very important. Parents can also model critical thinking by sharing their decision making processes, involve the students, make them a part of your decision making, and demonstrate to them how to weigh evidence and consider alternatives. How can there be different perspectives to the same problem? How can there be different solutions to problems? And that's one way to build perspectives in students, apart from what we are already doing in school. The next point I would say would be balancing guidance and independence, striking a balance between guiding the teens and allowing them to explore independently is the key. While it is important to provide structure, over directing your children can inhibit and can be a hindrance to their ability to think critically. Give them the freedom to ask questions, make decisions, and learn from their mistakes. For example, instead of offering immediate solutions, pose questions like, what do you think would happen if, or how might you approach this differently? This kind of dialogue encourages self reflection and independent problem solving skills. Finally, I would say, as we navigate this journey of helping teens build critical thinking skills, let us not forget that this process requires patience, encouragement, and collaboration. By fostering curiosity, overcoming barriers, and striking the right balance between guidance and independence, we equip our teens with the tools they need to thrive in this ever changing global environment and in this uncertain and complex world. Together, as educators, parents, and mentors, we have the power to inspire a generation of thoughtful, innovative, resilient, and tenacious individuals who will just not adapt to the future, but will thrive, flourish, and shape it. Thank you very much for being a bit.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your expertise and illuminating how critical thinking can transform the way teens learn, grow, and navigate the challenges of today's world. Your practical insight on encouraging curiosity and fostering analytical skill will surely resonate with both educators and parents alike. To our audience, let's take inspiration from this session to empower our teams to think deeply, question boldly, and analyze thoughtfully. Together, we can cultivate a generation that not only adapt to change, but lead it with confidence and clarity. Thank you for joining in this engaging session. Stay tuned for more discussion designed to bring us closer to our goal of nurturing resilient, thoughtful, and empowered team. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, ma'am, once again for the insightful session. It was really needed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.